Hi everyone, thanks for joining us again for Fulton First Mayor's Minutes. Today I wanted to take some time and talk about the announcement of Micron. We're hearing a lot in the news about Micron coming to Onondaga County, in particular in Clay, but I really want to talk about what this means for our community here in Fulton and what it means for Oswego County. I think it's really important to understand that this investment in Onondaga County will have its ripple effects, and that I myself have been involved in conversations and have been working on this for well over a year. We wanted to make sure Fulton was ready and well positioned that if and when this happened, that we would be considered for any of the opportunities that will come as a result, which includes housing, which includes supply chain, warehousing, and so on. That's all really important. So when we talk about this project coming, I'm gonna share some details, some statistics, and some data, but I want us to think about it in a larger scale. Think about it when we did our comprehensive plan and we got that in place. When Fulton announced that we were going to invest in our 481 project and we were going to do more than just paving, but we were going to really invest in the infrastructure and spend all that money and time on a master plan to make sure the 481 corridor was taken care of and rehabbed and maintained in a way that it hasn't been in over 35 years. It's talking about the Nestle site, the former Nestle site, and what we're doing there to get it site ready, whether it's all the master plans and it's all of the other studies that we've done. It's listing it on the market on the NMLS August 1st. Why is all that happening? Why is that important? Why is the project that's happening at Building 30 so important, that housing project, to this Micron announcement? The Oswego Health Initiative and all that's happening at Oswego Health, why is that important to this Micron initiative? It all plays a role. Fulton is the city that anyone traveling from Onondaga County, we are the first city on 481 that they're going to hit. So when Micron is looking at how are we going to house the employees, how are we going to have the sustainability of the project in terms of housing and supply chain and all the other ancillary services that are needed, what are those communities around Micron that are going to support that? Fulton is a very short 15-minute trip from the Micron location. We are a short 10-minute drive down 481 to Route 31. We are going to be the community that can really benefit from this and also provide benefit to this plan. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the data and information that Micron brings to the community as a whole. $100 billion in investment over a 20-year period. That's $100 billion over 20 years. 9,000 Micron jobs, average salary $100,000 plus. The first phase of $20 billion by 2030. That's just a short 7 years away. That's the mega fab. 3,000 jobs, phase one. 50,000 plus total jobs, including supply chain. That's when they look at the Nestle site and say, hey, we're going to support Micron and we need to build an off-site facility as one of the supply chain providers, and we're going to build a facility and we're going to employ people. Those are those extra jobs that are going to come from that. Fulton can absolutely be a part of that equation, and we should want to be a part of that equation. 20-year project labor agreement that focuses on the unions involved with the project. Start construction 2024. So construction is due to start in just a short period of time, 2024. That's not that far away. New York State has committed to spending over $200 million on roads and infrastructure, and I think that that's a low number, but we're going to keep that there for now. But right now, they've been vocal in saying $200 million in roads and infrastructure. That absolutely impacts us. Onondaga County has committed to spending over $200 million on their waste treatment plant expansion. We here in Fulton have been working on for the last 2 years an assessment and review of our waste treatment plant and what enhancements and improvements we need to get to a point where we can take on additional customers. Micron is committed to spending $250 million in community benefits, plus $250 million. New York State is committed. The project needs significant housing to house all of the workers that are going to come in to build it, to house the jobs, those who are going to work there, and those who are going to work at all of these support and supply chain places that are going to be spread out throughout central New York. So in order to house them and make sure that they have quality housing, we need to build housing projects around central New York. Fulton absolutely is prepared and is ready to do that. And then of course you have all the spin-off services. So let's think about this. When Amazon was coming to the area, it was about 3.8 million square feet, 1,500 jobs, $350 million. Huge project, significant, and they chose this area. Micron is 7.2 million square feet, 9,000 jobs, $100 billion. Micron's investment is about 285 times larger than Amazon. Amazon was a significant project, and Micron is going to be that much more significant. So when we think about what's happening around central New York, you have the Fulton ethanol plant. Recently it was announced that we have a potential buyer that's coming in there, and the county is working on that deal. That means the ethanol plant is in good shape to go back online and to start operating again. With it will come jobs, will come sewer revenue and water revenue for both Onondaga and Oswego County, and we'll definitely feel that impact. So the ethanol plant aligns nicely with that. Down in the Oswego area, you have Novelis doing a $250 million upgrade. Well, to get to Oswego, you have to travel through Fulton. You're coming through Fulton to get to all those locations in Oswego County. We have to make sure that we're ready for that traffic. There's a new facility coming to the Oswego County Industrial Park. There's the STEAM school that's investing over $70 million. SUNY EOC is putting in $20 million in renovation and expansion. Syracuse Schools is putting in $300 million. And of course you have the I-81 project, which is a $2.2 billion project. Those are just some of the plans forward that are going to directly impact or be directly impacted by this Micron deal. So where does Fulton fit into this? We absolutely fit in when it comes to housing, when it comes to supply chain, when it comes to the healthcare, education. We have what is going to be needed for these 9,000 plus jobs that are going to come to Micron. What type of workforce is needed? Electrical, computer, mechanical, and chemical engineers, technicians, maintenance, administrative staff. These are the type of jobs that are going to be coming as a result of this project. So Fulton fits into this equation, and we are well positioned. We have to understand that as a community, in order for us to grow, thrive, and prosper, and for us to rebound from years of moving in the wrong direction, that we have to take this opportunity and capitalize on it. We need to be ready for any opportunity that comes our way. If it's a hotel chain that wants to come in, if it's housing development that's looking to come in, if it's supply chain development that's looking to come in, we need to be a part of that conversation. If you notice recently, the Center State CEO, Ryan McMahon, and those who are closely involved in this Micron deal have talked about the impact that this project is going to have for communities and counties surrounding Onondaga County. In fact, the city of Fulton has been mentioned in several of those conversations as absolutely being a viable option and a resource to continue to grow this project into the surrounding neighboring counties. So we know that we have an opportunity and that we need to make sure that we continue to be ready. So we'll continue to invest in our infrastructure. We'll continue to support the projects like Oswego Health, like Building 30 at in CDM project, housing project. We'll continue to support the 481 type of projects and all of the DRI up and down 481. Cayuga Community College, we're going to support them. We're going there today as part of their job fair, and we're going to be working with them to show that Fulton is a small yet impactful community that's safe, that has a quality of life that you can be proud of, and that supports small business, industry, and manufacturing. I recently interviewed with Spectrum News. In fact, I did 2 interviews with Spectrum News on manufacturing in the city of Fulton and how it hasn't gone away. It's changed over the years, but we're still a strong supporter, and we house a lot of manufacturing right in our borders. And that's really important, I think, that we note that and that we continue to talk about that story so that projects like Micron can see that we are a manufacturing friendly community and that we understand what it means to support those who work for, support, or are involved in this type of project. And we're ready, and we want to be a part of the equation. So I'm really looking forward to what this means for the city of Fulton in our future. We're going to continue to get ready for this development and other development. We have such a strong small business community, and those businesses who have hung in there, we thank you. We're proud of you, and we support you. We want to continue to be a part of your story and continue to bring the support system that you need. And we believe that Micron is going to help our small businesses here locally and throughout the region. So we're ready for that. We're ready to be a part of the conversation. And as I've always said, have a seat at the table and have a voice in what happens next. Fulton is the community in Oswego County that's going to benefit, and we are ready to be a part of that. Thank you so much for tuning in. We look forward to talking with you more. The signs are up today. The Route 481 project will be underway effective Monday, October 24th. All of the troops are in place and they're ready to go. They're ready to start digging and get the ground torn up. So appreciate your patience, but this is a project that is much needed and will be a much needed improvement to our community. Look forward to seeing y'all soon. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.